So I'm making the dough right now. In this bowl, I added the yeast, the sugar, and the warm water, and I'm gonna let that sit for about 10 minutes to get frothy. Over here, I'm mixing the flour, the oil, and the salt together, and I'm using white whole wheat flour. So these are my doughs rolled out. I let the dough sit for about 30 minutes, covered with a towel, and then I took it out in tiny balls and I kneaded it. No wait, I already kneaded it. I rolled it out with a rolling pin. I didn't get these perfect circles, like they look a hot mess, so I took a knife and cut the circle around it. And these are my pizza dough. And normally, yeah, you would put the stuff on top of it first, but I find that it takes longer to cook because sometimes it will be too soggy. So I put my pizza crust in the oven for 10 minutes, and then while it's in there for 10 minutes, I'm making everything that's gonna go on top of the pizza. So for the top of our pizza, we are going to put red peppers, onions, olives, some grape tomatoes, and then we're gonna make cashew cheese. And for my meat, I'm adding Griller's Crumbles. It's a veggie meal starters. I don't know why I said it like that. I really love these. They taste really good in spaghetti. And I have everything together for my cashew cheese. I have my cashews. I'm going to post the recipe on the screen. Oil, what are my favorite seasonings, and red peppers. And we're going to just blend all of this together. The reason why I like to stir fry the toppings first is because I don't like my onions to be kind of raw, and I don't want the dough, because I've had in the past experience, it overcooks too much when I don't stir fry this first. So for the sauce, we're going to use roasted garlic, organic pasta sauce. Yeah, I use pasta sauce. I know there's like 2 separate cans. So my quinoa's done cooking, and I had all that leftover veggies and veggie meat from the pizza, so I decided to just put it in the quinoa because I was just gonna add veggie and veggie meat in it also. So I'm adding red peppers, onions, and the crumblers and olives to my quinoa. I usually add peas, but I add the peas the day of because peas do spoil fast, especially the canned ones. So we're not going to do that, and I add whatever seasonings I like. And for today's seasonings, I think I'm just going to use zesty lemon and some salt. And that's it. That's what I love about quinoa, is it's super easy to make, but it's also a very, very filling meal, and it's loaded with nutrients. So this week I'm going to be making 2 different kinds of salads. I'm going to be making my normal regular salad, and then I'm going to be making an apple salad. I'm going to be using my Greenwise spring mix that is already washed for me. Diet this week because this is the last week of our 14-day challenge, and I really want to shed some more extra pounds. Even though some people might be like, you don't need to lose any more weight. I know. It's just the love handles are killing me. For the apple salad, I have these mixes of dried fruit and all these other kind of nuts. I love it. I got it from a food store. It's like those stores that do fresh produce. I'm adding my cut up green apples. And then I'm going to add my croutons the day of, because as I told you guys before that the croutons tend to get really soggy. And that's it for that salad. So for my next salad, I'm having olives, cucumbers, carrots, and tomatoes. I sound like those people on those safaris. If you've ever been to Florida or a safari anywhere, when you go to a theme park, they'd be like, and to your left, we have... That is so annoying, but it's hilarious to me. Okay. So... the dressing that I have been using, you guys, I found this at Walmart. It's Evo, made with extra virgin olive oil, garlic basil Italian dressing, and I love this dressing. How many calories is this? It's only 80 calories and the serving size is 2 tablespoons. I feel like often we look at the back and be like, oh, calories, it's only 80, wow, and then we just be like, that's used to be me. You have to look at the serving size too. So when I do those 2 tablespoons, I'd be like, is this really enough? And then when I mix my salad together, I realized that it has been enough. I was just being a fatty. So yeah, we are done with my salads for this week, and I have 2 other ones, so I'm eating a lot of salad. Quinoa meal is going to be a meal that I eat an hour before I work out, and I'm going to eat this meal on a day that I do heavy lifting. Since it'll be a high protein meal, I'm doing my Morningstar original sausage veggie breakfast patties, because I do need to start focusing more on my glutes, because I've been really focused on abs, you guys. So for our last 2 meals, we have collard greens, broccoli, potatoes, plantain, and white sweet potato. I left the plantain inside of the outer skin because I preferred it boiled lately rather than baked or fried. So for our first meal, I think we're gonna have broccoli. The broccoli is still frozen, that's why it looks like that. And we're gonna do just the regular potato. I'm gonna pre-season my potato, and I'm gonna use zesty lemon and some of the mesquite seasoning. This is a really peppery seasoning, so if you don't like pepper, I would advise you not to get it. And we're done with this meal. For our next meal, I think we're gonna have to put the plantain in a separate container. I don't think it's all gonna fit together. So we can put the plantain in here. I need to get more meal prepping containers that are much bigger. So these collards, what I do is I throw some water and seasoning on it before I throw them in the oven. And I love collard greens. Prepping for this week. This is the last week of our weight loss challenge. If you guys are struggling with anything, feel free to DM me. If you have any questions, you can DM me as well. If I didn't explain any of these recipes good enough for you guys can also comment below and let me know. If you're struggling coming up with snack ideas, you can also ask me. My go-to snacks honestly have been just apples and rice cakes, and that's about it.